Engineer Christopher Dunn.
So this is the box that was accessible to me in 2001, and I climbed inside it and applied my straight edge and precision square. And that photograph is all over the internet now. All you got to do is Google search it. He's got my tools, and he's going to clamber down there.
Sure.
And check on the inside. But you need somebody with a good flashlight with you, don't you?
Sacred tools of Chris Dunn, about to be revealed. And we are going to measure the exactness of the square and of the flat precision surfaces.
So what we have here is Christopher Dunn's tools. We're now about to go down inside the stone box and take measurements for ourselves.
What should we start with, Chris? How did you start?
Well, I just started on that first wall there and checked the flatness of it. Check the straight edge, the square, see how square the lid was to the sides.
It doesn't look like it, but once you're inside the lid, it actually drops quite a bit in
This is the front left corner of the box. 23 has all that rubble inside, and we can position ourselves with that particular stone. Now compare this with this photo by Alex Smott. You can see that same stone in the background. He's got the square on the bottom corner, interior corner of the box. There's the photo there, and well, so to be the positive claims of 90-degree inner corners, flatness, and so forth. Number one already gone.
And at the top I looked as well. So we get this corner and this flatness, and then these corners with flatness as well.
Okay, go for straightness just on that edge.
Go ahead and shine the light underneath it from the other side, get the shadows.
So nothing going underneath. Slight one right there.
Bring it up one more time. Can you shine it from the back side?
Dead straight. Shaky hands.
Now let's go for the squares.
Here we see obvious and clear in precision. A standard craftsman worker would expect to do better than this, quite frankly. And this photo is also taken on the same position or with inches of where Chris Dunn took those photos in 2001, published books and multiple papers claiming absolute engineering level modern day precision. He said that he used that no light shone through the gap there, and so we can see that, well, because it's the lid, okay, maybe the lid's been moved since then. But, well, okay, that's number two. It's not there.
Look at the precision there. That's a dead square. All the way.
Now check from the other wall.
Okay. Placing the square.
Here we are in the box. One's got the square.
The rear left corner of the box, not between the lid and the box because the lid could have moved, other issues, the actual rear left corner of the box, light shines through, and notice that rippling effect on the reflections there. If I was to place a horizontal straight edge against that, guaranteed not to be precision flat by any definition of the words. Not even hand quality levels would expect better than that.
Check
This corner and
check the roof square.
I mean, perfectly flat.
Yeah. For what purpose?
That's the question, isn't it?
Is the lid flat? No, it isn't. Again, it's within the tolerance of a tool. No, it isn't, because even this light method will not demonstrate what is the tolerance of the tool. You'd have to have feeler gauges or something else to be more accurate. Light shines through. I'm not a stonemason polisher. On my first attempts, I was able to do better than this.
The ceiling of the box, absolutely flat within the precision of Chris's instrument. The walls, these two surfaces, absolutely flat to the tolerance of Chris's instrumentation. The squareness of the top or the roof of the box,
There's a little,
just slightly out of,
there's a little,
just slightly out of,
there's a little,
just slightly out of the square, but by an incredibly small margin. Incredibly small. Listen to that echoing. Right?
just a hair out, but the flatness,
The flatness is really exceptional.
I've measured this one myself, and I can confirm that although this box is not perfectly precise, it does indeed have 90-degree angles.
Here we see the box in niche 23 from the outside, just so we orientate ourselves, know where we are. You can see this is the lone box that has a light fixture inside, so we can see the wire going to the inside, same thing, wire going inside. There on the inside, wire comes in and comes to this light, so we're on the front side of the box, so look, standing from the gallery, the front, and Serapeum, Igor travels the world, 23 again, so the video you can see him orientate, you know exactly where it is. So now we're on the front right hand corner of niche 23, and we even have these marks here to know very precisely where we are. Zoom in again, we see the mark, the little dings in the wall. There's the light. Thanks to Alex Mott for sending these photos, and well, that's where we are. So no confusion, no doubt. And also his photo here, so we see these two crystals, whatever you'd call them, in the granite there. Go to the next photo. So we know exactly where we are. We see that damage there on the side of the wall. It's not even needing a torch because we have that light fixture there on the inside. And now again on the corner. And let's go back a second. Doesn't show up so clearly, but this ruler slides in and out. So even if there is a little lump there in the corner, you can still get the square in very nicely. There you can see that the ruler has been slid back, so it's not being, the tool's not being disrupted by what's going on in the corner. And again, we see the light shining through, but not there on the other side. So this is the front right corner, not precise. And again, the claim was advanced precision, couldn't have been done with hand tools. Well, that's just not true. Okay, so while we're here, the box, do a review. So again, thanks to Alex Mott. So we have there on the inside, right there on the inside where they'll do those tests. And well, we showed that, but it's, again, you can even make out that the ruler there has been slid back. So this piece in the corner isn't fiddling with it. You can see he's firmly, the part that's visible is firmly across. If the top part was away, that would be pushing this further down. So even though it's obscured, this is not maybe a touch 90 degrees for a mill, but the floor is not flat and it's not 90 degrees. Red arrow, okay, blue arrow, we have this small section where they did shine the light through and it wasn't visible there. So we have is about a 1 foot section of nice flat surface. Well, okay, we'll look at that. So the top between the lid and the top. That's where one of Chris Dunn's photos was taken, where he's, well, okay, it's not. Yes. Back corner, light shining through. Top lid, lights shining through, like in other places where the measures were tested, where it's been tested. This corner, even they say as they're talking, again, this doesn't fit. You can see when it goes into the corner that it tilts a little bit. So that's not a square there as well. And the front right corner of the box is not 90 degrees. We have one section of flat. To that I say big deal. I've made very easy to make actual precision, not just flat so that a light doesn't shine through, but actual so flat that the two pieces of granite float on top of one another. So then the question would be, well, go to any stone where stonework has been done, known to be done after this, and if you were to start applying this to other sarcophagi, does that compare? This is Irovan Temple. This is made of granite, hand carved, and go to there. And you look at the quality of their work that they've done here. There are literally thousands and thousands of inner corners all over this place. All right. Another example, Irovan Temple. So go to even to an old graveyard where it's before precision advanced machinery. Look at the lettering. Look at the corners, the inlay. Put a square against it, and you would need, so it would be, okay, it's not precise. The actual claims was it's precise, therefore advanced machinery, therefore lost technology. It's compared to normal handwork, this is completely unextraordinary. They got the receipts, they're Iron Age, but even with copper tools, links in it, you can absolutely, copper and stone tools, you can absolutely work. At the end of the day, this is a granite box. This kind of granite carving, which is, done by hand, would, it'd be an insult to those masons to say, can you make me a box? Because, we'll make you a box and we'll make it really beautiful on the outside and we'll polish it and we'll do all those things that go with it too, and we'll do it with advanced machines. And but you have steel. Well, okay, here's people working with flint, here's people working with copper. So the argument, but steel tools, yes, you can work it without steel. And does steel transfer magical precision abilities? If I was to give you a steel chisel, would you just be the world's greatest sculptor? No, it's a nonsense argument. So you could also add another one, because where the light does shine through here, the ripples here on the light, so if a straight edge was placed horizontally across there, it would absolutely not be flat as well. So the back wall is not flat. There are other little snippets there amongst the video from Anyextee, but you see them place the tool, but you can't really see what happens. And even when they place the tool, they will still say it's, literally said it's precision within the tolerance of his tool. No, it isn't. And but that's just not special to get. I can get a straighter surface over that, and I am a total noob at this. I post how-to videos to do. You can do this very, very easily. The best is a flat section there, and everything else is imprecise, and the flatness on itself is, big deal. So 23, which is the golden child of this, absolutely, positively, 100% absolutely, completely not precise. And just to compare it to other stonework, so it's not machine precise, it's still not, it is nice, but it's apply the same lost civilization logic to other places and other stonework, and then it falls apart. I'll put the links in the description to all the experiments that I've done, others have done as well. There's a video making Serapeum box with primitive copper and stone tools. But the only real place they showed was about a 1 foot 30 centimetre area of flatness. This is very, very easy to achieve. So bottom right, I've just sped it up. I've got two very lumpy bits of sandstone. You just rub them one against another. You're going to get a reasonably flat surface as long as you rotate the stone, so you'll cancel out the high and the low points and the concave and convex. It is incredibly easy, very, very easy. It's stonemasons, apprentices, the first thing they do is they learn how to make a flat surface. Just to put it out, it is no big flatness, is no big deal. So the one point that they say here of precision, well, it's a reasonably nice flat surface. I did point out there is a little divot, a little flaw in there. But the process itself, yes, incredibly easy. I'll put the links in the description how to actually make a precision flat surface. I've done examples of those how-to videos. Again, that is, again, very simple to do, but also very, very fast as well. These are literally the basic apprentice level skills of a stonemason or any craftsman really would, you develop the eye, and very simple tools, the tools that existed in antiquity are able to create 90-degree corners, to measure flatness to a high level of accuracy. Modern machine tools weren't born out of some mystical cloud. They had to hand make them, and one of the ways that they calibrated them was to make precision flat surfaces and precision 90-degree squares, and that was the Whitworth technique. They hand-made the objects which they used to calibrate machines. They still hand make and hand calibrate the precision objects that they use to calibrate the high precision machines. So that link will be there in the description. It's get 2 bits of anything and rub them. To get 2 bits of foam, rub them, which are all lumpy, rub them against one another and see how quickly they form a flat surface. Get 2 bits of sandstone, which you can rub down quickly, or chalk or any other. Rub them against one another and watch how quickly you get a flat surface. You have a little bit of technique to it, you'll get an absolute precision, industry level standard, which does not exist in the Serapeum. The reflections of the polish absolutely give that away. Okay, so the first experiments I did. Now, I hold up the light and I've got a straight edge. I've got an incredibly thin straight edge. I've got a store-bought straight edge. It's not calibrated to high precision levels, which means that it would be undulating more, and I would have had to have polished it to those undulations. But I run the light against it, right up against the corner on a very thin straight edge, and only at that one spot did the light shine through. This is very, very easy thing to do. The flat surface that I made, I've then applied a simple polishing technique. Here they are so flat they glide across one another, that they float. This is one of the tests I used to make actual precision flat plates as well. So this is on a higher level than what you'll see on the Serapeum how-to videos playlists in the description. This can be done. Not only can it be done, it's easy to be done, and it's better quality than what you'll see there in the Serapeum by far. Here's another set of surface plates I made. They float as well. Not only do they float, they are so flat that I think it's the Bernoulli effect, they're capturing air between them, and you're able to lift, they glide, but I can lift one up from the other. Simple, easy process. The quality is much better than what is on there to be seen at the Serapeum. The polishing as well, done examples, very easy to do, very quick to do. And again, you see there the reflections, which are not distorted or rippled in any way. I made my own homemade abrasive. This is everything that you've seen there is evidence of imprecision, and to get to a much higher level of precision is not only possible, a noob like me could do it. We have the receipts that these were made in the Iron Age. However, and also the payment of the workers, the number of the workers, how they made it and then moved it into place. We have the receipts in that. But let's, for argument's sake, it was pre-Iron Age. Again, this link in the description. Every stage of the work has been replicated. I go through the figures of how much it would cost because you need, but you must replicate this box. This is a dodge because every step has been made. The stone itself would cost about $40,000 US to begin with. So those who like make me a pyramid, make me a Serapeum box, absolutely send in the order. We'll make one for you, no problem. With copper tools, this is every step of, if I was to, how to make a bookshelf and show you each step, and then you'll say, well, I don't believe it, I want to see the bookshelf, I want to see it all put together. Well, that's what you're sort of arguing against. And not only that, I want to see it from a very expensive wood that's, but I'm not going to pay for it. When you do provide evidence, I'm not going to post it to my site, and then I'll go touring the world on podcasts saying impossible, impossible, impossible. It's not precise. With stone and copper tools, it can be made. It is just a box at the end of the day. Maybe all other questions about the purpose and why, and it will, that movie, Oh Brother, We're Out There. Only a fool looks for logic in the human heart. People do things that don't make sense all of the time. That's the human experience. So I always use the example, why do Australians import Italian marble coffee tables? Like, if you can answer why to that, then I'll be able to answer why people made pyramids, made these giant boxes. But precision doesn't exist there. With simple methods, you could actually achieve a lot better. And even to replicate what it is, well, each step has been done. And the problem to replicate it would be to replicate the flaws exactly. that would be the real issue, is like, how do we make one with exactly the same set of flaws and mistakes? That's the real issue. So with that, links in the description. It's just finished now. It's just finished. Serapeum other measurements have been taken as well. They're all the same in terms of imperfection, imprecision. And of course, experiments have been done, so like high polish easy. It's easy done. If you doubt it, I've done the how-tos. You replicate them. You do it. If you don't believe it, this wasn't CGI experiments to fake for some unknown reason. SGD, this is finished now. Serapeum, over.